Greetings, everyone. This is Long Nu. Welcome to All Things Spiritual. So today I wanted to share a little bit about vegetarianism in Wiccan and just something I found about, being a vegetarian and also being Wiccan at the same time. And do you need to be a vegan or vegetarian to be a Wiccan? All right, so here it goes. A big question you might have is, do Wiccans eat meat? You may be unclear about whether or not meat consumption is recommended or even allowed within Wicca. You may have fellow Wiccan vegan friends, and you are wondering whether you should do the same. The good news is that there is no official mandates or dogma in Wicca about any particular diet. Unlike the Jewish faith and its kosher diet, the Muslim faith and the halal food, etc., Wicca doesn't give any specifications. Some Wiccans don't eat meat, and some do. Some even kill their own food, and that they are seen as Wiccan hunters. Whether or not you consume meat or animal products is a personal choice for you. The short answer: you are not required to be a Wiccan vegan, vegetarian, omnivore, or anything else. Choose the lifestyle which best supports your spiritual practice. However, this then places the responsibility on you. How do you define your faith? How do your eating habits either support or contradict it? Do you want to make any changes in your diet? So here are some things to consider. Number 1 is harm none. And it harm none, do what ye will. We all know the Wiccan Rede, right? This is one of the main tenets. How does it apply to our everyday lives? Many Wiccans feel that all of us are connected to the same spiritual energy in the universe. The concept of oneness. Humans are not superior to animals, but rather equals. They believe that animals deserve our compassion and that killing an animal for the purpose of consumption is an act of harm. For them, veg eating is just an extension of the principles of the Rede into their daily lives. There is actually a long history of such principled philosophical restriction by the ancients like Pythagoras, Plato, and Ovid. There is a further distinction to be made, though. Vegetarian means that you don't consume meat, meaning that no animal was killed to be your meal. Vegan takes it a step further, avoiding food or drink consumption of any animal product, meat, eggs, dairy, etc. They may also extend this to clothing materials like leather and bathe and cleaning products which may be made from or tested on animals. Vegans argue that there is no way to use any animal product with a clean conscience. A demand for animal products inevitably leads to factory farming, cramped cages, and exploitation. And by extension, consuming these products is intensifying and paying for the mistreatment and murder of animals. You may not be harming the animals directly yourself, but you are complicit in the system. So I will just add a little personal side note right here, that I am a lacto-vegetarian, which means that I consume dairy, but I don't eat meat, fish, or eggs. And I do believe that you can consume dairy in a very ethical, morally sound way, and that you can source out dairy where no animals have been harmed or hurt. And you can look for things like certified humane, organic, and grass-fed, pasture-raised, and things like that, where they're given a lot of natural ways of living. And there's even dairy farms that do no slaughter of any of their animals. So there's definitely ethical ways you can consume dairy because when you are drinking milk from a cow's milk, that doesn't require slaughtering of the animal. It just requires milking of the cow, which people have been doing since time immemorial. For hundreds of thousands of years, people have been milking cows, and the cows have been part of the family, which means they're like pets, treated as pets. They were not killed, they were not confined. So there's very nice and caring ways that you can get dairy products. So I just wanted to put that input in there, because in the vegan perspective, they don't recognize that there's any humane way to get dairy, but there definitely is. Okay, now we'll continue. Food is sacred. Food is so much more than something to fill you up. Wicca is an earth-based religion, and food comes directly from the earth. It has magical energies that must be respected. Here are some of the ways in which food is sacred. Food has magical correspondences. On top of that, it can be consumed for sacred purposes. It can strengthen intentions and heal. You can utilize its energies in your practice. The wheel of the year is based around food. You may not have thought about this before. Each Sabbat marks a specific milestone during the year related to planting and harvesting. Food is a way to bring people together. It's symbolic and is a way to celebrate, much like a feast or a birthday cake is. So aside from specific diets, many Wiccans alter their eating patterns when working with the divine. They may fast or eat lightly during the day of a Sabbat ritual or moon phase. They might also fast or do a dietary cleanse for a few days before as well. Some Wiccans may also choose to do these things at a certain time each year. Alright, now a little bit about environment. Going hand in glove with living by the reed, many Wiccans believe that harm none extends to the environment as well. This is something that most Wiccans can generally agree on, that the environment is sacred and must be safeguarded at all costs. For Wiccan vegans and vegetarians, this includes eliminating animal product consumption. They understand that animal agriculture is not sustainable and it is causing harm to the environment. It's great to ride your bicycle to avoid pollution from driving. And so those are things that, would be encouraged to do. They talk about the damage of the meat and dairy industries, and that the world is not just meant to hold billions of disposable animals. Good point there. Let's see what else here. So another point is about health. We all want to be fit and healthy, and for many vegetarians and vegans, many of them feel that their diet helps them in achieving a healthy lifestyle. Let's see. Contrary to popular belief, it's simple and easy to get enough protein, even if you are a Wiccan vegan. All food contains some amount of protein, so if you are eating whole plants and grains, as long as you're getting enough calories, you will get enough protein. After all, elephants, gorillas, and bulls are all herbivores, and look how strong and powerful they are. A number of athletes are embracing vegetarian and vegan diets, finding that it actually enhances their performance and builds muscle better. Alright, what else here? Connection to nature. Aside from clean eating, shunning animal products helps us to get closer to nature in other ways. It allows us to eat lower on the food chain, making us more connected with the earth and remind us that we are a basic part of nature, like the plants that we are eating. It allows us to be grateful for the earth's bounties that we are enjoying. The connection lets you enjoy local, sustainable products such as from farmers markets. Okay, mindful eating. We can feel good eating plants because we know that no animal died or suffered to feed us. We can also take comfort in knowing that our environmental impact is small. This all feeds into mindful eating, thoughtfully considering the origin of our foods. And that's pretty much it. Okay, conclusion. As we can see, there are many compelling reasons to consider becoming a Wiccan, vegan, or vegetarian. There are also reasons why you may not choose this diet. This is perfectly okay, and it's also okay to change your diet later on. So there's no rules. You can basically do a Wicca diet, a Wicca way of lifestyle, however you want to do it, and have your diet be however you want, but just considering those factors about the environment and do no harm to others and all those considerations. All right, well, that's what I want to share. Thanks for listening, and you have a great day.